Okay, so we're now going to look at another set of functional programming questions. We have, in this case, we've got add, square, and pred. Add just adds x and y together. Square is x squared. And pred is x minus 1. So we know what these functions do. So, for example, if I had 3 and 2, that would equate to 5. If I had square of 2, it equates to 4. If I had pred 8, it would equivalent to 7. Now, first thing it says is the domain of the functions of square and pred in figure 5 are a set of integers known as z, alright? And the domain for the add function is z times z, alright? What this is saying here is it's a set of integers that go in, alright? So, what goes in really must come out in these cases because we're not working with any decimals. It's not like we're dividing these by 2. So because there's none of that there, the co-domain, alright, so the output that we're going to end up with is a set of integer numbers. Or you could get away with saying the same as the set of the domain, or you could even say z integers, okay? But realistically speaking, it's just a set of integer numbers. Now I'm just going to show you how to kind of work out 7, 2 down here, alright? The easiest way to work these out is to write them out the way that you would if you were doing a mathematical equation. So I'm going to say here square pred, and it says that argument 3 is going in, so I'm putting that argument 3 in. Now, let's work this bit out first. Pred 3. Well, pred is x minus 1. So 3 minus 1 is 2. So the result of that is 2. But then we have to square the result of that. So that the result of that squared, we are going to end up with 2 times 2 equals 4. So that is my method of working. So you do need to refer back to these when you're working this out, alright? So you can get your mark. Now the add function takes 2 arguments, 3 and 2. Describe how the add function could partially be applied to the arguments 4 and 5. So describe how the add function could be partially applied to the arguments 4 and 6, sorry. Well, alright, the function add, I'm going to break this down, the function add is applied to one of the arguments, alright? So the function add is applied to one of the arguments, alright? Now, the output of this function function application is a new function. So when I've applied that add to the, say, add to the 4, it's now a new function that I can then again add to. What happens is the new function always adds the argument, so the adds, alright, so the argument that the original function was applied to one argument. So, for example, if this is confusing you here, what it would look like is when so if I did add 4, the next function would be output as add 4 before it's combined to the 6. So it's just about breaking it down, all right, and explaining how the new function would, for example, add 6x is equivalent to 6 plus x. So just explaining how it's basically joined onto the function when it's finished, and that should kind of help you understand how it works when you are partially applying it to an argument and how it's kind of built.